Chapter 10, The Changing World of Visual Arts. In this chapter, we will be discussing, with the influence of the colonial rule, how the painting and the arts have got transformed. So, in the colonial rule, the Indian art adopted many changes. So, now we can see here the domes, the columns and arches of a very large great buildings which emerged after the Britishers have come. So the Britishers want this to be painted. So they have thought for us the different styles of painting according to the Western's requirement, because these British officers wanted to take back these pictures home and show it to the people in their own homelands. And a scenic landscape. The scenic landscapes were also drawn very beautifully. The paintings are painted as if real pictures are present there, as if people are really present there. When you look at the image, we get this kind of impression. And portraits of human life, we see as if really a person is standing. That's how the real portraits are made. So in this chapter, we will be discussing the history of how the painting has adopted the changes one by one, from painting to the printing. Let us go into the details. New forms of imperial art. Now moving into the details, how the art got transformed with the influence of the Britishers. We will see here now. The pictures were popular in Europe. Now most of the Indian artists want to produce the pictures similar to that of the pictures which are very famous in the European countries. So they are inspired with the Western perspective. They are having the Western perceptions in that. How the Britishers, how the European countries used to portray the art, how the pictures are portrayed, in the similar way they started to portray by the Indian artists. When they started to portray this, the Europeans emphasized on realism. What is realism? Instead of being imaginative, being in the Ethiopian model, they started to produce in the real life. Look real. That is called realism. So the Britishers' art emphasized on realism, looking real, as if we are looking at the city, as if we are looking at the same person. Like this, the Britishers start to emphasize on the realism. But not all the Indians are attracted by the Britishers' painting style or the art style. Some of them did not follow that, but many of them have given their style getting transformed towards the Western style. Now, one of such model was picturesque. What is a picturesque? Picturesques are very famous during the Britishers' rule. What was that picturesque? A picturesque is a landscape, that landscape which is rugged, the landscape which is rough, rugged and wild, and the untamed by human hands. So you can look at that which is a wild in nature, which is a landscape, a scenic beauty, but rugged and wild, which is untamed by the human hands. So which shows that Britishers are here to civilize the people. So the underlying message of this picture is to show that Britishers are necessary to be civilizing this nation, this place, this group of people, the Indians. And who brought fame for this picturesque art was two famous artists, Thomas and his nephew, William Daniel. Thomas Daniel and William Daniel, famous artists of 1785, drew the picturesque of the British rule in India. And these picturesques are very famous for the Britishers. These pictures are exhibited also for a very closed quarters of people in Britain. A very elegant people, a very elite community people only were shown these pictures. These oil paintings, what they used to paint, are extremely famous in Europe, and the British public used to buy the albums painted by Daniels, the Thomas Daniel and William Daniel, to understand about the British rule in our country, to understand about the British Empire in our country. So like this, through the art, through the picturesque, the Britishers started to influence the Indian artistic style. Thomas and William Daniel also portray two different figures. In the figure 1, they have shown India's cows, they have shown the houses, they have shown the traditional face of Indian villages. In the second picture, that is in the next picture, they have shown how the new capital city of Calcutta is built, how the constructions are going on, how the buildings are getting escalated. So all these things are shown. So from this also we can understand how India is earlier, how India is getting transformed under the Britishers' rule. So all these are expressed and preserved and shown to the Britishers in such a way that Britishers are transforming India into a modern country. Britishers are civilizing the uncivilized, training the untrained person to a proper human. So that's what the message was given by the Daniels through their picturesque oil paintings. The portraits of authority. The portrait style has become immensely popular not only between the rich but also among the powerful classes of Indians and Britishers. We have many Indian royal families also portraying themselves as they are having the real power, though most of their kingdoms are controlled by the Britishers. And these are unlike towards the Indian paintings of miniatures. Indian paintings were short and not realistic. They are based on the imagination. But when it comes to portraits, what is a portrait actually? A portrait is nothing but a picture where the face, the expressions of a man is highlighted, and then the picture looks as if it is live, it is real. We have really the person standing there. Really we are visiting a village. Really we have a palace there. So that kind of appearance gets on a portrait. The art of making a portrait is called portraiture. So now portraiture means the art of making many of the portraits. So these portraits means getting the real life images captured by their paintings. After this is happening, in order to make a mark of my lavish living lifestyle or rich living lifestyle, luxurious living lifestyle, they started to portray themselves in different styles and different setups, making portraitures. Looking at the growing commissions in India, now many of the painters started to visit India because in India there is a growth for the painters who are painting the portraits really excellently well, because it is becoming immensely popular. So many people migrated to India. One such person who came to India was John Joffani. John Joffani was born actually in Germany, and in mid 1780s he moved to England. So he migrated to England. After 5 years he stayed in England, he moved to India. So in his journey moving across in India, he portrayed the pictures of the Indian governors of that time excellently, very well. He drew the pictures of the Europeans, especially the Britishers, as superior. They either be standing with their well-dressed dresses, with their control over the land, or sit in arrogant style, as well as when you look at the other side, you can see the long drawn the buildings of these governor generals or the important persons, and the side in the shaded region you get the Indian servants who are standing aside them. So that difference has been clearly portrayed by John Joffani, which we can observe in the pictures. And it was with the craze of this, many of the Indian kings who, even though lost wars with the Britishers, started to get socialized with the British, as they don't have any other alternative left out for them. They started to socialize themselves to these changes which are coming to them, and they are forced to sign a treaties with the Britishers. So one such ruler was Mahmud Ali Khan in 1770s. He lost his power to the Britishers, so he was commissioning some of the foreign painters.